I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us today because, let's be real, we're talking about something literally every single investor wants to figure out. We are going to decode the signals of an impending market correction. Look, the market is always going to have its ups and downs. That's just a given. But learning how to read the landscape, that can transform you from a reactive investor into a highly strategic one. So grab your notebook, get comfortable, and let's decode the warning signs that the stock market might just be about to drop.
Okay, let's just take a really quick look at our roadmap. First, we'll bust the prediction myth. Then, we'll dive into the danger of hype. After that, we'll look at some hard economic realities, identify actual cracks in the market, and finally, wrap it all up with the smart investor playbook. So, starting us off with Section 1, the prediction myth. How do you know when the stock market might be about to drop? Right? It is the ultimate universal question. Every retail investor asks it when they log in, stare at their portfolio, and just kind of wonder what tomorrow's going to bring. We all want the secret formula. We all want the exact date and time. But well, here is the hard truth. Absolutely no one can predict the market with 100% accuracy. Not the talking heads on TV, not the day traders, not even the biggest, wealthiest investors in the world. They simply do not have a crystal ball. But, and this is a massive but here, while they can't predict the future, they can read the warning signs. They know how to spot the signals that risk is ramping up. And honestly, that is exactly what we're going to learn how to do today.
Moving right along to Section 2, the danger of hype. You know those phrases, right? Stocks only go up. Oh, this time is totally different. You literally can't lose. Listen, when you start hearing those phrases everywhere, you need to be on high alert. It might sound kind of counterintuitive, but extreme market optimism is actually a huge warning sign. When greed becomes extreme, think back to the peak of the 2021 retail boom, or, the late 90s dot-com bubble. Investors get overly confident. They completely ignore risk, they buy without doing the math, they chase the hype, and they use way too much leverage. And when reality eventually hits, prices fall, and they fall fast. And that leads us directly to overvaluation. This is basically when stock prices just fly higher based purely on excitement, completely detached from actual revenue or profit growth. The price just keeps climbing, but it's like eating empty calories. People are buying based strictly on momentum, not actual underlying business performance. And, well, history shows us that eventually the market will aggressively correct that imbalance. So all this hype, it breeds excessive speculation. People aren't really buying businesses anymore. They're buying rumors. Meme stocks explode out of nowhere. Low-quality companies absolutely skyrocket. Capital just flows into highly risky assets simply because they're trending online. Guys, these aren't investments. They are fragile bubbles. And as we all know, bubbles always pop. Which brings us to Section 3, hard economic realities. This is where the math stops the hype. It usually starts with the impact of rising interest rates. When inflation spikes, central banks have to step in and raise interest rates to cool things down. But higher rates directly strangle market growth. Borrowing becomes so much more expensive. And when borrowing is expensive, business expansion slows down to a crawl. At the same time, consumer spending declines. This puts incredible downward pressure on stock prices, especially for those high-growth stocks that rely on cheap capital to scale up. Believe me, when interest rates start rising aggressively, smart investors pay very close attention. Because those rising rates inevitably lead to weak economic data. It's a total chain reaction. Businesses lose confidence, manufacturing slows down, layoffs begin, and the average consumer just stops spending. The stock market is intimately connected to this broader economy. So if metrics like employment and manufacturing outputs start weakening across the board, it's a glaring red flag that economic growth is stalling and serious trouble is probably ahead. And when the broader economy slows, corporate reality catches up fast. You start seeing corporate earnings disappointments. Companies report their earnings regularly, right? Well, if many major corporations start missing their profit expectations, it destroys investor confidence. Why? Because at the end of the day, actual earnings are what drive long-term stock performance. If profits are consistently falling and enough major players disappoint, the broader market is absolutely going to react negatively. All right, on to Section 4, cracks in the market. Let's look at the actual structural instability. Sometimes the overall market looks totally fine on the surface, but experienced investors know you have to look under the hood at the market leaders. Are the massive technology companies weakening? Are major financial institutions stumbling? When the undisputed industry giants, the actual pillars holding up the market averages, start losing their momentum, it is frequently a very early indicator of broader, systemic weakness across the entire market. It's exactly what we saw building up right before the 2008 crash. And what happens when that momentum finally breaks? High volatility suddenly kicks in. We're talking huge, sudden moves up, followed almost immediately by massive, violent drops down. These aggressive swings signal deep, deep uncertainty. Institutional investors are getting nervous. And a nervous, erratic market, that is an incredibly fragile market.
All of this uncertainty just culminates in negative market sentiment. It's a massive psychological domino effect. When investors become uncertain, that fear bleeds directly into their behavior. You start seeing way more selling, a dramatic drop in confidence, and elevated fear across the board. And once that negative sentiment really spreads, the selling pressure cascades, driving prices down even further in this dangerous, self-fulfilling cycle.
So what do we do about it? Section 5. The Smart Investor Playbook. Okay, here is the golden rule, so please remember this. One warning sign alone does not mean a crash. The market is deeply complex, so don't go panicking over a single terrifying headline. But when extreme optimism, rising rates, and high volatility all converge and start appearing together at the exact same time, that is when the risk is truly increasing. That's when the pros say, okay, time to pay attention. Look at the stark contrast here. The classic beginner mistake is emotional. They either blindly ignore the warning signs completely, or they totally panic sell everything over every single news headline. The smart investor? They do neither. They stay perfectly aware of the increasing risk, but they stay entirely disciplined in their strategy. So what does that discipline actually look like? Well, smart investors don't panic, they prepare. Step 1, review your portfolio to see where you actually stand right now. 2, reduce any unnecessary risk or over-leverage immediately. 3, pivot your focus toward high-quality companies with strong, undeniable fundamentals. 4, keep some cash available on the sidelines so you can actually take advantage of lower prices if a drop does happen. And 5, above all else, avoid emotional decisions. Preparation completely beats prediction every single time. Which leaves us with this final, absolutely vital question to think about. Are you guessing the future, or are you prepared for it? Because successful investing is never about having a crystal ball. It is about recognizing the warning signs, stopping the emotional reactions, and thinking strategically so you're ready no matter what the market throws at you next.